Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om 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 Nithyananda.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, we welcome all our viewers from all around the world. We welcome all Kailasa attending from all Kailasa monasteries, gurukuls, and centers from throughout the world. We welcome all our viewers joining us from Nithyananda TV, Hinduism Now TV, Kailasa TV, and from our YouTube channel, Twitter channel. We welcome all our participants attending from all around the world.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Humanity has reached a level, we have evolved enough technology to provide food, clothes, shelter, medical care, all the fundamental basic needs for all 8 billion people. One side the homes foreclosure and the homes are just locked without people. The other side, millions are in the platforms homeless. One side, tons of food is getting wasted and getting destroyed to maintain the price. The other side, millions dying without food. Millions of clothes used only once is dumped into ocean because people don't know what to do with it. I have decided KAILASA is going to pick up a project. I call that project as Ishanya, collecting these things which is getting dumped and wasted, which is in turn becoming hazard for the nature, and distributing it to the place and countries, people for whom it's a great boon. In this Chaturmasya alone, we will be able to bring 1 crore people out of poverty.
Nithyanandam, we welcome you to today's pre-Satsang hosting segment. We'll be starting with a brief introduction to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of KAILASA, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. Before 1981, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was identified as the incarnation of Paramashiva by spiritual adepts and enlightened masters of Hinduism. In 1981, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was initiated into Bala Sannyasa and performed his first Chaturmasya Vratam at the age of 3. In 1988, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the future Guru Mahasannidhanam or Pontiff of the Thunda Mandala Adinam, the oldest monastic university. On 24th May 1994, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the successor of Arunachala Sarangapita by Guru Parampara. In 1999, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the mission Nithyananda Sangha to revive KAILASA internationally. In 1999, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarangapita. On 4th November 2002, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded Adi KAILASA Sarangapita. On 1st January 2004, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of Bhagyanagara Sri Pura Sarangapita. On 31st December 2004, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam of Suryavamsa lineage. In the year 2007, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Adi Pallava Sarangapita. In the year 2007, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada. On 27th April 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Madurai Shamla Pitha Sarvangapita, the oldest Hindu papal state and monastic kingdom. In the year 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was officially coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar, the supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was the youngest Mahamandaleshwar during this coronation. In the year 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akhada, the oldest monastic order in Hinduism, by Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sukadevanandaji, the then incumbent spiritual. In the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Tanjore Adi. In the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Tiruvarur Adinam. In the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Vedaranyam Adinam and also as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Panchanatikulam Adinam. In the year 2015, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam. He was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Adi Pitha Koladamat, and he was elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 spiritual leaders and pontiffs. Now let us look at some of the global initiatives of KAILASA. 28 years of relentless humanitarian services, including free vegetarian food services, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution, peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored more than 300 books and written more than 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored books and articles. Over 20 million copies of books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world. He is read and watched by over 1 billion followers in Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has delivered over 10,000 hours of discourses, which have gathered over 1 billion views on social media. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, etc. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded internationally recognized Hindu leader. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually influential living personalities by Watkins Mind, Body, Spirit magazine. The Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, and Hindu diaspora are working for global peace and to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of the largest Hindu university in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of over 1000 KAILASA Enlightenment ecosystem. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarunga Peethams. With this, we come to an end of this brief introduction to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be right back with the next segment. Please stay with us.
Humanity has reached a level, we have evolved enough technology to provide food, clothes, shelter, medical care, all the fundamental basic needs for all 8 billion people. One side the homes foreclosure and the homes are just locked without people. The other side, millions are in the platforms homeless. One side, tons of food is getting wasted and getting destroyed to maintain the price. The other side, millions dying without food. Millions of clothes used only once is dumped into ocean because people don't know what to do with it. I have decided KAILASA is going to pick up a project. I call that project as Ishanya, collecting these things which is getting dumped and wasted, which is in turn becoming hazard for the nature, and distributing it to the place and countries, people for whom it's a great boon. In this Chaturmasya alone, we will be able to bring 1 crore people out of poverty.
Nithyananda, welcome back. We'll be looking at world today and the poverty conditions around the world. About 9% of the world, or 689 million people worldwide, live in extreme poverty on less than $1.9 a day. That is, 430 million people, as per projections, will be living in extreme poverty by 2030. That is 30 million more than last year's projections. 1.3 billion people live in multidimensional poverty. 32% of these are under 10 years old and 50% of these are children. COVID-19 has doubled poverty rate in many parts of the world. People are struggling to cope up with the pandemic. Poverty rate has jumped up from 21% in 2018 to 42% in 2020. Average per capita household expenditure of extreme poor has decreased by 45%, and they have been forced to adopt strategies to cope up with the pandemic, such as 48% have resorted to borrowing, 32% are relying on their savings, 27% have reduced expenditure on non-food items, 27% have changed their dietary patterns involuntarily, and 16% have resorted to donations from friends and relatives. The COVID-19 can push 500 million people into poverty as per statistics. 689 million people live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $1.9 a day. Children and youth account for 2/3 of the world's poor, and women represent a majority in most regions. Extreme poverty is increasingly concentrated in sub-Saharan Africa. About 40% of the region's people live in less than $1.9 a day. Extreme poverty rates nearly doubled in Middle East and North Africa between 2015 and 2018, from 3.8% to 7.2%, mostly because of the crises in Syria and Yemen. Although the countries impacted by the fragility, crises, and violence are home to about 10% of the world's population, they account for more than 40% of people living in extreme poverty. By 2030, an estimated 67% of the world's poor will be living in fragile contexts. About 70% of the people older than 15 who live in extreme poverty have no schooling or only some basic education. 1.3 billion people in 107 developing countries, which account for 22% of the world's population, live in multidimensional poverty. About 84% of multidimensionally poor live in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. 644 million children are experiencing multidimensional poverty. COVID-19 pandemic has threatened to reverse years of progress in the fight against global poverty and income inequalities, and it jeopardizes the future of generations of children. COVID-19 drove an additional 97 million people into extreme poverty in 2020, according to World Bank estimates. More than a year into the pandemic, the World Bank stresses that there is still much we don't know concerning its impact on global poverty in 2022. The impacts of COVID-19, rising global inequality, and soaring food prices are said to send more than a quarter billion people more into poverty this year, according to charity group Oxfam International. The combined hit may result in a total of 860 million people living below the $1.9 a day line by the end of 2020, or 263 million more than the projection before the pandemic. That is equivalent to the entire population of UK, France, Germany, and Spain combined. The monthly child poverty rate has increased from 12% in December 2021 to 17% in January 2022, the highest rate since the end of 2020. The 4.9% point increase in poverty represents 1.7 million more children in poverty. Working poverty affects as many as 169 million youth in the world. The number has increased to 286 million when near poor are included. About 152 million young workers live in households that are below the poverty line. They comprise 20% of all working poor. Globally, large number of young people are out of school and engaged in child labor. About 1/10 of the total child population, that is 168 million children aged between 5 to 17 years, were involved in child labor. In developing countries, an estimated 2/3 of the youth are not fulfilling their economic potential. The relationship between poverty and violence can be understood by the cycle of violence. Almost all the 39 countries that have suffered civil wars since 2000 have also had one in the previous 3 decades. People in these countries are also more than twice as likely to be malnourished, 3 times as likely to miss school, and twice as likely to die in infancy. The UN reports that countries that suffer large-scale violence lose almost 1% in poverty reduction each year. It is often claimed that crime rate among poor people is rising. But is this poverty really the mother of crime? First and foremost, it is quite apparent that many poor people become criminal because they have nothing to lose. So they don't think about the consequences of their offenses. There are many poor people in all over the world who have nothing to eat. The only way to get some food is shoplifting. In addition, the crime rate in poor countries is normally higher. According to UNICEF, 22,000 children die each day due to poverty, more than 3 each second. In the time it took for us to read this paragraph, 3 more children died. So we had a brief look at the poverty situation and problems around the world. Now we look at KAILASA's Ishanya project. Humanity, as a modern society, has already reached a state of technology and infrastructure to provide food, clothing, medical care for all 8 billion people calling planet Earth. Unfortunately, our decision makers have not reached the necessary conscious level to make the humanitarian decision of providing basic needs for all 8 billion people. The survival needs for all 8 billion people doesn't depend on availability of housing and food, but rather on conscious level of decision makers. It is only consciousness we lack, nothing else. One side dumps tons of food to waste in oceans and landfills in order to maintain steady prices. On the other side, millions die of hunger. One side dumps functioning medical equipment for new models. Other side, millions die without access to very basic medical equipment. One side dumps millions of tons of barely worn clothes into the ocean. The other side struggles for basic clothing. One side faces home foreclosures and empty, locked homes. Other side faces homelessness in millions. We'll quickly look at these facts. 1/3 of the food produced in the world for human consumption every year, approximately 1.3 billion tons, gets lost or wasted. It is estimated that US medical waste will attain 5.25 billion by 2027. Among regulated and unregulated clinical waste, around 80 to 85% can be reused. Unused supplies in medical facilities are often discarded unnecessarily rather than stored for later use, adding even more unnecessary garbage being carted away to landfills. Cloth wastage. 100 million garments are produced each year, with 33% going to landfills. Every year, 59,000 tons of used and unsewn clothing end up in Chile from all over the world. Vacant home and shelters. The world has millions of vacant homes. 42 million of its 426 million homes are vacant. Roughly 1 in 10 homes in advanced economies are empty. KAILASA's aim is to raise the consciousness level in the world and bring to the fore the real issues facing the world, and through a specialized process of recycling, facilitating the movement of good quality, unwanted items from haves to the haves not. This Chaturmasya, 4 months from July to October alone, 1 crore people should practice Samadhi to raise their consciousness, and 1 crore people should be pulled out of poverty. This is the mission and vision of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for KAILASA. For donors, it is a great boon to provide for those in need. For the world, recycling removes a lot of hazardous material from nature. For those in need, millions of people around the world will be alive and raised out of poverty, hunger, and inadequate health practices due to lack of medical facilities. It's a win-win-win situation. Now, we'll be looking at solutions to poverty as per KAILASA. Create wealth. Life can be equated to two things. One, ability to achieve what you want in the inner or outer world. Two, just getting stuck in both the worlds. These are the only two equations. Everybody wants wealth, but they do not increase the life in them to the level they want it. Wealth can be equated to the life energy you express. It is a straight equation because as of now, a normal man has wealth as the first priority in their life. So if you do not have wealth, don't blame anybody. You are not expressing life. Life energy is not happening. Creating wealth is intrinsic part of life. Krishna says very beautifully in Gita, Ganaho Karmano Gati. The universe by its nature works. If you have at least the goal of creating wealth, you'll be creative, your energy will be channeled properly. The first priority in life should be for moksha, enlightenment. Till that happens, the second priority can be creating wealth. Creating wealth makes you non-violent because your whole energy becomes creative. Creating wealth brings tremendous interest in life and non-violence. Wealth is not just an object or a thing to be achieved. Wealth is an extension of you. Anything that adds to you is wealth. The quality of health you enjoy, the state of your relationships, the fulfillment you experience in your career, your mental state, your sense of inner fulfillment. All these are measures of the success with which you have created wealth in your life. Wealth is not just even money or currency. Money is one wealth, currency is one wealth, the assets are one wealth, being alive, active is one wealth. All the four put together is wealth. Money, currency, assets, being active. Wealth is neither good nor bad. It is a utility. Wealth consciousness means making a clear decision to break out of the myths and mental patterns that impoverish us and draw us again and again into poverty cycle. You don't manifest your desire. You manifest your cognition, what you cognize and perceive as reality. Many of us say, I really desire wealth, but deep down you believe wealthy people are arrogant people, bad people. They do a lot of wrong things. If you believe wealthy people are arrogant, bad, wrong, they do many wrong things, they exploit others. If you have that belief, how are you going to manifest wealth in your life? Let us now look at all these beliefs you carry about wealth. The truth is, arrogance does not come by wealth. Arrogant people will be arrogant whether they have wealth or not. Arrogant means behaving as if you are more important than or know more than other people. But we wrongly associate wealth to arrogance, create a pattern, and start hating wealth as well, the same way we hate arrogance. Deep inside us, we label poverty as a good quality. We feel reverence and respect for poverty. How are we going to generate wealth then? We may feel uncomfortable handling wealth as more responsibility. We may feel whatever I want, I will not get it. Maybe you came to this conclusion by looking at some wealthy people who did not have any time for themselves. Anything you cognize, you create a certain energy field about your cognition. You attract situations, people, everything around you to make that cognition into reality. All you need is will persistence. Your decision. You are not going to give up. Your intention is will persistence. You may be desiring to have wealth, but you may not be believing, perceiving, and cognizing it as your possibility. The first and foremost important step we need to do create an energy field of attracting wealth. First step, clean up the incompletions and patterns you carry about wealth and create a right space of powerful magnetic energy centering to attract wealth, situations, and people that supports you to create wealth like magnetic energy center for manifesting wealth the way you want. Dig out all the incompletions about money. Keep writing whatever comes to your mind. The moment you remember money, does it bring tremendous pain, suffering, impossibility, all that you need? What is the emotional energy it invokes in you? The moment you think of money, whatever you feel and think, money is difficult, money is impossible. Unless you cheat, you can't get money. Even if you cheat, somebody will cheat from you. So much goes on inside you about money. Your incompletions with money. Just spend a few minutes and let's dig out all the incompletions, belief, mental patterns we have, perceptions, cognitions we have about money. The moment you think of money, whatever you feel and think, money is difficult, money is impossible, money is, unless you cheat, you can't get money. Even if you cheat somebody, somebody will cheat from you. So much goes on inside you about money, your incompletions with money. Just spend few of these incompletions down. Spend a few minutes and let's dig out all the incompletions, beliefs, mental patterns we have, perception, beliefs, and cognitions we have about money. Each belief or cognition starts from a particular incident. Identify the incidents when the wrong or incomplete beliefs about the wealth started forming in you. Relive and relieve. Complete those incompletions. Go back to that same age when the incident happened, when the idea, belief, or perception started building in. Second step is to consciously decide what you want to manifest in the next 3 months in the wealth dimension. Write clearly what is your intention, what is it you want to manifest in next 3 months in the field of wealth. Whatever you think as wealth, you may think more than money, currency, a person as wealth for your life, or situations as wealth for your life, or for some being active. People feel even extraordinary powers as your wealth. Whatever you consider as your wealth, you want to manifest, attract in the next 3 months. Please spell it down. With this, we come to end of today's free satsang hosting. We'll be now moving to today's Now, let us sit straight and enter into meditation to receive our beloved Guru, the supreme point of Hinduism, Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahants, Mahants, Tanedar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, everyone on this auspicious occasion of Ganesha Chaturthi. Paramashiva's direct message from Maha KAILASA on this auspicious occasion, Ganesha Chaturthi. Ganesha, Ganapati, Vinayaka is real. Listen. Ganapati, Ganesha, Vinayaka, Vigneshwara, Ganeshwara, Mahaganapati is real. listen to this real truth about the real existence. Ganesha Mahaganapati is real. He is living, alive, independent, intelligent, power. Invoking him, calling him, praying to him, remembering him, connecting with him, all that makes him manifest in you. All that makes him manifest in you. Listen. There are many anti-Hindu forces trying to brainwash you, saying those Hindu gods don't exist. They try to directly kill Hinduism and kill your enlightenment possibility, kill your possibility to experience the higher dimensions, KAILASA. There is another group which is not so direct, which does not give you the poison directly. It gives slow poison. That group is, oh, all these Ganapati, all these are like a expression of a concepts, principles, philosophies. These are more like a philosophical representation. Beware of these slow poisoners. They also destroy your higher possibility in few months. The slow poisoners are more dangerous than the people who directly poison you, attack you. People who come with a direct knife, at least you know they are enemies. Who try to tell you, okay, Hindu gods all don't exist. Who try to tell, these are people come with a direct knife. Directly they want to destroy you. You know that they are enemies. But these slow poisoners are the most dangerous. And you get seduced by them. They appear so naive, sweet, almost like Hindu gurus, accepting almost the Hinduism, but very subtle way they put the poison in you. Listen. The poison they put is too much. The poison is, oh, these Ganesha, all these gods are philosophical representations. Once you start eating the slow poison, slowly you disconnect the possibility of live experience of Mahaganapati. My guru has told me very beautiful word. See, when I was maybe 10, 11, my guru told me to organize Ganesh Chaturthi festival with the grace of Mahaganapati. Ganesh Chaturthi is the first festival I organized. I should say that is the way the Sangha has evolved, organization has evolved. Maybe when he was between 10 to 12, That was the age my guru told me to organize Ganesh Chaturthi in Tirunnamalai temple itself. So I asked her, Kuppammal, it's Vibhuda Devi, and what all I should do, and her inputs, advice, guidance. The first thing she said, when you fed Ganapati and Ganapati ate at the age of 3, what did you think at that time? What was your mind? What was your inner space? I said, I just know Ganapati is there, and if I give him food, he will eat. She said, go with that same exact, precise inner space. She told beautifully in Tamil. விநாயகன் தத்துவத்தின் வரைபடம் அல்ல, தத்துவத்தின் உயிர்ப்படம். தத்துவத்தின் உயிர்ப்பாடு, தத்துவத்தின் வரைப்பாடு அல்ல. He is not philosophical representation. He is manifestation of philosophy. He is not a concept drawn. He is living being, independent intelligence. She said, with that inner space, start organizing, everything will fall in place. I am telling you, that's the most beautiful gift I received from my Guru and directly from Mahaganapati. Prasad of Mahaganapati. You can see this photograph. Young kid organizing, and it was a lot of work at that time. Maybe I will narrate these details later on. The work details, the organizing details, I will narrate later on, but I'll give you the inner space, which will be the real great prasada for all of you. So receive that inner space. Listen very intensely, sincerely. The gods described in Hindu tradition are living manifestations. Saswata, Nitya, Nirantara, Jiva, Swayam Prakasa, Tejomaya, Parabrahma Swarupa, Paravastu. That strength, the inner space, energy, confidence, experience, all that is the prasad I received from Maha Ganapati, who is alive. Listen, because I received all these great prasadas of energy, positivity, creativity, I will not say Ganapati himself is the description of these qualities. No. He is much more than these qualities. He is beyond and more than these qualities he gave me as prasada. He is independent intelligence, having the wealth of all these qualities, and he gave that to me as a prasada. Not that he is just the totality of these qualities. Understand the difference. Ganapati Paramburul, Mahaganapati Paramburul, பரதத்துவத்தின் உயிர்ப்பாடு, பரதத்துவத்தின் வரைப்பாடு அல்ல. பரதத்துவத்தின் உயிர்ப்பாடு, பரதத்துவத்தின் வரைப்பாடு அல்ல. Nothing else is required. You just sit with this one powerful cognition, one truth. I know Ganapati is alive. Sitting with his huge belly and large elephant head, laughing in ecstasy. Ananta Kalyana Guna, all the auspicious qualities, embodiment in Maha KAILASA. In eternal bliss, running riot on all the food that is offered to him, enjoying his party. He is living alive with his tremendous life energy, compassion. He is just granting all the boons. People ask, just remember, connect with this reality. Understand? I am giving you the live coverage. Live coverage of as it is happening now in Maha KAILASA. Sit with this and connect with him. Mahaganapati Paramburule. Reveal yourself to me. Shower yourself to me. You can ask whether the silly desires and needs and wants you have are the great enlightenment experience or he himself. You can ask anything you want. Just learn to connect. That is the greatest prasada you will receive on this Ganesha Chaturthi. On this auspicious occasion today. Listen. Listen. The male hormone or female hormone, when it is very active in the human body, it makes you strongly believe only in this plane. It makes you so involved with the human plane any truths revealed about the higher planes, neither you care nor you give attention, because you don't want to give attention and you are not interested in it. You just brush them aside. Just today, don't do that. Sit and connect with him. Actually, if you just connect with Mahaganapati today, that is enough, because he is the Lord of Kailasa's visa entry. When he opens the door, Nandi naturally gives you visa. Mahaganapati. When you go to Mahakailasa, first you will see Ganapati only. Connect with him. He will lead you to the ultimate. He is embodiment of compassion. Listen. Do not eat the poison anti-Hindu forces dump on you and brainwash you. Saying that the Hindu gods don't exist. It's all just myth. Listen. Whether you know it or not, you are all absolutely brainwashed. When I became enlightened, realized the ultimate truths, now, few years before, when I was just casually looking at the science books, the school syllabus, college syllabus, science books, for some reason, few of the science books were brought to me. I was just seeing, listen. Only then I realized, science is used in Indian education with a clear motive and racist focus, just to destroy Hinduism. Science is not taught as science to Hindus in India. Science is used as a weapon to destroy Hinduism with a racist idea. Listen. It was absolutely racist focus. It was absolutely used as a tool, weapon by racists to brainwash you. The Indian education history books, history is used by historians with a racist motive to brainwash Hindus and completely destroy their confidence about their past. Understand? Only if you have a confidence about your past, you will have confidence for your future. So all the great things of your ancestors' past was destroyed. Fortunately, those stone temples which can't be destroyed is still standing tall and singing the glory of my ancestors till the sky resonates and echoes. Jaya Vijayi Bhava. But history books in Indian education system is made to brainwash you to forget something like that existed or existing. So, most of the Hindu kids do not even look up the tall standing stone towers of Hindu temples. They do not spend time even to think, oh God, even with all the equipments and machineries and modern day tools, everything available, no one is able to replicate Tanjore Brigadeshwara temple. No one is able to replicate Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Rajendra's, the temple he built. No one is able to replicate Tarasuram, Shiva temple, Airavadeshwara temple. Hey, I am telling you, with so much of modern technology, money, I am not even able to conceive. Forget about building it. Listen. But unfortunately, the Hindu children don't even look up, don't even spend few minutes to think, because they are brainwashed not to look, not to see the glorious past of the Hindu knowledge and Hindu traditions. Everything Hindu is discarded as worthless with absolute illogical questions. Many times people try to ask me, why, if the Hindus were so great, why they did not invent flight? Fool! Many years before the Wright brothers, in India, few Brahmins demonstrated flying with aircrafts as per the Vaimanika Shastra Bharadwaja in front of the Indian kings. Unfortunately, within 1 month, all those Brahmins and all their books and that flight, everything just disappeared. Taken out of India by the invaders. And after that, no one knows where all that knowledge went, where all of them went. But after a few years, suddenly Wright brothers come out and fly their first flight. In India, the education, science is used to brainwash you with a racist motive and prove Hinduism is wrong. History is used to brainwash you and prove that Hinduism did not have a glorious past. Everything was used with a racist motive to brainwash you. Come back Hinduism does not need reformation, it needs revival. Hinduism does not need reformation, it needs revival. You need to drink the nectar of Hinduism from the original Upanishads and Puranas, Veda and Agama, Shruti and Smriti. Stop learning about Hinduism, reading about Hinduism from the translations done by the people with a racist motive, racist intention, racist focus. To destroy Hinduism, they translated. Stop reading those books and learn about Hinduism. No. Learn about Hinduism from the original scriptures, Vedas and Agamas and Shruti and Smritis, which is translated by the Hindu practitioners. If you want to read Ganapati Purana, Mahaganapati Purana, know about Mahaganapati, read the original Purana written by Veda Vyasa. If you feel you don't know Sanskrit, then read the translation by the person who has experienced Mahaganapati, who has seen Mahaganapati. Who lives the core Hindu lifestyle. Then you will get the result of Hinduism. You will be empowered by the nectar of Hinduism. You will be empowered by the strength of Hinduism. Again and again, these anti-Hindu forces try to be very nice to me. How you know? They will send a message. Swamiji, Hindus are not accepting you, attacking you again and again. Why don't you realize and move away from Hinduism? Make your organization more like yours. Your own new invention, philosophy, kind of a reformation of Hinduism. I said, no. This is the exact strategy of the anti-Hindu forces. They will make Hindu leaders lose confidence on Hinduism and Hindus. So the Hindu leaders compromise and give a diluted version of Hinduism, like, oh, Ganapati is the great manifestation and painting and projection or presentation of the highest intelligence possible. Shit. Ganapati is a living, independent intelligence, conscious more than what the word conscious can describe. Super conscious, alive, can respond even to the thought in your core being. Stop taking poison which says Ganapati does not exist. Stop taking the slow poison which says, oh, Ganapati is just the cartoon or the painting of the great principle, intelligence. Hey. Is living, alive, Shashwata, Nitya, Suhanyana Ananda, Swayam Prakasa, Tejomaya, Parabrahmaswarupa, Ananta Kalyana Guna, Sthirasannitya, Prajnana, Prasanna, Paravastu, Paramavastu. He is so powerful. Not only he resides in Kailasa, he can manifest in the Archavatara anywhere you invite him, or in your own consciousness when you invoke him. Celebrate Ganesha Chaturthi with the right context. Celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi with the right understanding. People celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi for various reasons. Okay, nothing wrong in it. Some people celebrate it as a social gathering. Some celebrate it is for political mileage. Some celebrate it for various reasons. Nothing is wrong. Everything is okay. But if you know the right reason and celebrate, you will have Ganapati in your life. Ganapati manifesting in your life. This is the highest prasada you can receive from Ganapati. This is the best and greatest way to celebrate, experience Ganesha Chaturthi and Ganapati. Listen, today, Ganesh Chaturthi, all of you sit with this one understanding. Oh Mahaganapati, I know you exist in Kailasa, and I know you manifest out of your compassion when we invite you. You are an independent intelligence who responds to our prayers. I pray to you, Mahaganapati Paramburule, Mahaganapati, come here, accept the offerings I give. With this space offer, I guarantee you he will eat. He will literally eat. He will drink the milk you offer. He will eat the food you offer. It's not just power manifestation or a miracle. He exists. Extraordinary things are ordinary life for Hindus. Be very clear. It's not miracle. It's a usual thing. He is there and we invite him. He comes and we offer our whatever we know as food and whatever we know as the best. He eats. That's all. We ask him for blessings. He gives the blessings. Over. There is nothing extraordinary in it. For others, it is extraordinary. For us Hindus, it is lifestyle. Come on. Do it. His grace is there. I tell you, just now, he himself gave the permission and blessings to tell this truth to all of you and to initiate all of you. Please receive this initiation. Enjoy the experience of Mahaganapati. Sit with Mahaganapati today. Connect with him. Enjoy his presence. That is the real ultimate